This is Katie Pryor with the Youth Trumpet and Taps Corps. I'm here at the William Adam Trumpet Festival, and it's been really great because I've gotten the chance to play alongside some of the country's greatest trumpet players. One of those such players is right here with me, Sergeant Major Hoffer from the United States Army Band Pershing Zone. So you've played taps probably a couple times, right?
A couple of times.
A couple times. So what kind of tips do you have for young taps players?
Well, I think it's important to remember that taps is a song first, so we try to take a vocal approach to the bugle call, and but one thing we do to develop that is to try to develop a vocal quality in our sound, and so we want to try to connect everything and try to keep the vocal quality, keep the quality of the sound consistent throughout and very, very smooth. One way to do that is, of course, you want to be sure to get a good warm-up in the morning, but every day you want to play some things that are going to help you develop that consistency of sound up and down, so nobody notices that you're playing a bugle when you play it, okay? So we do something like a flow study or a scale or whatever you do and try to develop that consistent quality. Then you have everything you need to play taps, right? So you can keep that vocal quality and that smooth quality going throughout.
Yeah, so you mentioned a little bit about warm-up. Like what do you do when you have a funeral or a ceremony you have to play at later that day? Like what kind of things do you do to warm up?
Well, that's the other thing. It's important to get a good warm-up that day, but sometimes you're in a situation where you have to sit for a large, stand in place for a long time, and you might feel like you've cooled off again. So I think another good thing to do is also practice playing taps after a long break without warming up, so that you feel like you play it the same way whether you warm up or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
So in fact, a funny story that one time I was out in the cemetery in Arlington National Cemetery, and the funeral party was about 45 minutes late showing up, and it was in the middle of winter, it was February or something, and it was about 12 degrees outside with about a 25-mile-an-hour wind, and I had to position myself as the wind was in my face, and the family showed up way late, and I was way cold, and in fact when I put the horn up on my face I could not tell whether my lips were both in the mouthpiece or not. And I felt around, and I think that's pretty much where it goes, and I know that it takes air to make this thing work, so I just put some air through it, and it came out okay. But you need to practice doing that. Maybe after a long break, you practice in the morning. After a long break, when you pick it up in the afternoon, just try playing it the same way you would have played it had you warmed up, and it, surprise, surprise, it works the same way.
So thank you so much for letting me interview you. Most importantly, thank you for your service to our country.
It's my privilege to serve. Thank you.